Greetings, everyone. Thanks for coming out to another Brony Debates Live. I hope you are all doing well out there. So, a while ago, like right as Pony Life started airing, and I went out on Twitter and asked everybody for topic suggestions. We got from Kaylee on Twitter. She wanted us to talk about Pony Life. So now that we've finally gotten around to seeing it, everybody in this call, which as you can see by the thumbnail, quite a bit. We've got some opinions we want to share. So here are my merry band of bandits joining me to trash talk this horrible abomination. We'll start from the left side of the thumbnail, returning once again, Mr. DJ Skywalker. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, happy to be here again, ready to talk about this most wonderful show. Isn't it so grand?
Oh,
it's amazing.
Okay, and already we got someone looking to get banned. Okay, and we got Concert Cruizer. How are you doing today?
Coming to you live from the Concert Cruiser Studios. We're going to be talking about the best show ever, Pony Live, and why G4 now sucks.
Okay, man, everybody's just, they know exactly what buttons to push. I really shouldn't broadcast that so often, should I? Skan, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing well.
Good. And now we also got Caps joining us on the regular today. How are you doing, Caps Lock?
Not too bad. Happy Friday, or whatever day of the week it is. I don't know anymore.
You sound like you're broadcasting from a jail cell, sir.
Feels like it.
He's been punished for his wordplay crimes.
Yep.
He's an artist prison.
Exactly. And joining us once again, we've got Mr. Invisibrony. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, and thanks for allowing me to talk about this show that is what G4 should have been.
Exactly.
Truly to bring it up.
Everybody just...
And the debate's over.
Oh, y'all need to...
All right.
I'm going to end up having a coronary by the end of this freaking stream, you guys. All right, so if for some reason this is your first time tuning into the show, here's what is going to happen. We're going to argue with each other for roughly 45 minutes, and while we're doing that, we're going to be looking at the chat, at the stream chat, so feel free to comment, ask questions of anybody along the lines of the topic. We're at the end of the stream in the last 15 minutes. We're going to pick our favorite comments and questions, and we're going to address them then. In the meantime, before we get right to it, I have to thank all of my very generous supporters on Patreon, especially those on the $10 and up tier. Here's the big long list. One of them is
Mexico, Batavia, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru.
Alrighty then, yeah, I still haven't figured out how to do that song, but one of them
I'll help you with that.
is DJ Skywalker, and the rest are Princess Heather Blossom, Shady Oak Ministry, Sid McConroy, Autoknight, Emerald Spencer, Sodden, Girder, Senko, Jennan, Kellogg, Kyle Christensen, Stephen A. Wilson, Rein-Kun, Princess Sunshine Sparkle, Bootleg Bard, The Silly Fox, Zorro, Arc 720, and the Equestrian City Heroverse series. Most of these guys have their own content I would highly recommend you check out. They do pretty good work. All those links are in the description. And if you would want to be on this show, I would love to have you. We just need to get you on the Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Now then, let's talk about Pony Life. So today, I binged all 20 episodes that are out currently. I know that there got more coming out this week, but you know, and probably in the following weeks. I have no idea how long it's going to go on for, but I binged all 20 episodes and I am not happy about it. That was at the worst moments it was what the heck is going on here, and at the best it was a cure for insomnia. So that was my experience with everything with Pony Life today. Invisibrony, what do you think of Pony Life so far?
Okay, well, I have very mixed feelings about it, and I'm going to trying to keep this as short as possible since I'm first up. I think it's both really good and really bad, and here's why. Obviously, they have trashed a lot of the character mentality archetypes. Just to go into a real quick example, they start a story arc where Applejack immediately lies in the first 30 seconds of an episode, and she doesn't correct this for like 7 or 8 episodes. I forget how long, but she just, I'm not honest. I'm gonna lie because it's good for my friends. Like, whoa, like just.
To be fair, she did that in G4 too.
Yeah, but in G4 it was different. Like by the end of the episode, like she lied, but it was difficult for her, and there was you could see the tension and quandary that she was in. In this one, she just lies, and then she convinces everyone else that the lie is good.
But this is a 10-minute show, though. They can't really.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, it wasn't a 10-minute show. It was over the course of like 8 episodes, so that's 80 minutes where she had a chance to correct herself and did not.
Well, the season's not over yet.
Actually, she did a lot of white lying in the series. It was a joke that she should have been loyalty and Rainbow Dash should have been honesty.
Yeah. Well, actually, she originally was supposed to be loyalty. They changed it before the show started.
I don't remember inviting Sherclop onto the stream, but good stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, the other side of things, that's one of the bad things, is the mischaracterizations. A couple of the really good things I liked about it was, first and foremost, and this is, I think, the most important, is the voice actors we know and love and gave us so much enjoyment over the course of G4 have some frickin' work in this terrible work climate. They are getting paid. They are getting money. They're being supported. They deserve to have a job. That's all I can say about that. It has nothing to do with how good the show is. It's just they deserve work, and this is a stopgap for them to hopefully get to G5, which might be a bit, better.
I'm going to stop you there. I don't think that applies so much because a lot of these, a lot of shows in the industry like that are written about 10 months to a year ahead of time and then recorded about, 9 to 10 months out. So when these lines were recorded, it was probably before everything shut down.
Oh, in that case, nuke them all.
Exactly.
One other last thing to say is I'm going to start this trend right now. Name your favorite mischaracterization of a pony, and mine's going to be Fluttershy, because they put so much of Shed.Mauve into her character in this that I just love it so much. Super creepy.
Alrighty then, I could have gone my whole life without that comparison. Caps Lock, what do you think?
I don't hate it. I'll probably be the singled out person who doesn't hate it. I just think that if you go in expecting G4, if you set yourself up for disappointment, guess what? You're going to be disappointed.
So you're saying keep your expectations low.
Very low.
I don't even know if low is the right word. I just keep them independent, I guess. Because I've just watched a couple episodes to kind of get up to speed. By the way, I'm not even halfway through the series, but I got actual laughs out of it, and that either is a compliment to the show or an insult to my own entertainability. So make of that what you will, but.
Well, sometimes you need something deep and philosophical, and sometimes you need to, jump off a 10-story building just for the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's not what you want it to be, then you're gonna hate it. But if you're going in with the expectation of it's these characters kind of looked at through a tinted lens or a warped lens, then to create situations and interactions that you wouldn't before with the goal of a different effect. If you go in with that kind of expectation, then you might actually get something out of it.
All right. And Skan, what do you think?
I think it's not bad. I think it's worlds better than Equestria Girls.
Oh, okay. Now we're dropping some knowledge. Why is it better than Equestria Girls?
Because it actually is funny. Even if it's not that great, it makes me laugh and stuff. Equestria Girls has none of that. It's not great and it's not funny.
Alrighty then. You got anything else for us?
I think they did rather good considering what it looks like it's on. It looks like the third try at those kind of series. So you first had, the Teen Titans go, and then you had the Thundercats. So at least it's not like Thundercats where they made them all completely stupid.
Well, there's been a lot more other shows like that have been going in this sort of aesthetic, creative direction, I guess is the words that I should use, but I might be wrong. There's the ones that you mentioned. The entirety of Steven Universe was like that. OKKO was like that.
Ben 10 and Powerpuff Girls are both in that vein, also as reboots.
Yeah, thank you. I was also gonna say that from what I've heard, the new She-Ra is kind of like that too. Bravest Warriors. It's been a very popular sort of wacky sense of humor and writing style and animation style we've been dealing with this last decade.
I will say She-Ra is not like that, but go on.
Okay, so thank you for correcting me. Okay, you got anything else for me, Skan?
No, I think it's okay to put up in the background and laugh at the jokes now and then.
All right, Cruizer, what do you think?
Well, I actually have been doing episodic reviews of it on my YouTube channel, and basically, the way I see it, it's kind of like the Adam West version of the original.
Okay.
Like the Batman.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. I mean, yeah, it's not what we expect, but for what it is, I can't help but admit that I got some laughs out of it. And going to what Invisibrony said, my favorite mischaracterization was Applejack. She's had more fourth wall breaks than Pinkie Pie in this thing.
Yeah.
You missed this? I missed this.
And I thought it was hilarious, especially the first episode where Rarity is crying and AJ looks at the camera and go, "Have you guys missed this?" Yeah, I've missed this. I'm like, these guys, like, they can come up with funny jokes, and when you just see it as that, it's hilarious. But if you are expecting, like, deep lore, you're going to be disappointed. So look at this as kind of like the Adam West version of Friendship is Magic.
Alrighty then. And DJ, what do you think?
Well, honestly, I kind of like the show.
Okay.
It was nice having you, DJ. We'll see you next time.
It's charming in its own way. It's doesn't really have a lot of the like meanness that you see in places like Teen Titans Go, where everything is just kind of trying there to beat everyone up. But it's just kind of nice. It's all over the place, but I didn't hate what I saw. I kind of liked it. I laughed a lot. I threw back my head and like, what the hell was that? Especially when we found out Pinkie had a brother who got eaten by a witch.
Yeah, maybe.
That was a thing?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought I saw some,
It was Baba Yaga's house.
Yeah, I thought I saw some tweet that that the brother makes an appearance in an episode or something like that, but I watched all 20 episodes today and didn't see that particular
I didn't see it either, yeah.
So maybe it's an upcoming episode of it, but thanks to Twitter and Equestria Daily for shoving that
Spoilers.
in my face. Yeah. Well, I
I'm
honestly,
so into the lore.
there's now here's something that I almost feel dirty saying this, but Pony Life does continuity better than Friendship is Magic did. And I like, so Skan, I need you to take over the stream for about 15 minutes while I go wash myself of that. Because
Get out of here.
Yeah, so what
stream now.
Yeah, what we've been getting is every 6 episodes they have like some sort of focus. They're each episodic, but they have like the first 6 episodes.
Have an arc.
Yeah, they have an arc. The first 6 episodes are one aspect or another of Pinkie Pie preparing to go on this Iron Chef show. And handles different aspects of that, and then you get some other things that they focus on, okay, so what is the deal with these potions that they keep drinking? That came out of nowhere. What do we think of that, guys?
Well, it was explained
I think it's a neat little gimmick.
The last
Give something
arc.
special to the show.
Yeah, I know the most recent arc brought up the origin of the potions, but like, what do we what do we think about the? DJ just said it's a new mechanic to the show, but yeah,
well, it's a Deus Ex Machina because this is a random show with an 11-minute timeline for them to throw in some jokes. So having potions that just do whatever you need them to do, again, Magic Ex Machina.
I think it's nice to have an aspect that kind of gives the show its own identity instead of,
copying.
Instead of taking every single... Because you can tell, I mean, just with the technology that they have, it's supposed to be like an alternate universe kind of thing, and I hesitate to say that because it really doesn't have the same feeling as what you typically see from an alternate universe type thing. But you can tell it's supposed to be distinct. Like, the characters, they're similar, but they're distinct. And I think the potions and a couple other things like that kind of work well toward giving it its own identity.
All right. Any other thoughts?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything. Take it away.
It was me.
Okay.
But yeah, I really just think it's just meant to be a writing mechanic, because rather than just sort of like going to like fantasies, like deep into a pony's thoughts, like, okay, what would this scenario play out like? You can take a quick swig of this and experience it for yourself.
It's super divisive. Yeah, I totally agree.
And to be fair, it has been used pretty funny, especially when AJ is trying to find a new hat for herself and tries on all the personalities that come with it. Like even when she tried the astronaut helmet, they actually figured out a way to have her seem as if she's suffocating in space, but in reality, Rainbow Dash is suffocating her with a piece of cake.
Yeah.
I really like the potion soaked headband from the Third Bad Thing episode. It takes you into this astral plane where you're told the hardest truths of life.
Now that is one thing that I did like.
That was very good.
That was really funny. I got it.
It wasn't something I didn't already know.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I'll say about the overall show is that goddamn, it is obviously a parody style thing, and that's one of the biggest concerns I have. Is like we're all looking at this through the lens of this show is being created by the same people roughly who made the show we love so much, G4, and in looking at it like that, we are judging it extremely harshly. But if this entire thing was literally a parody series done by a fan artist, we would be praising the crap out of it.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a bit of a double standard?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we're expecting more out of this because it was done professionally.
Well, that doesn't really make any sense, because there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot more people that enjoyed the Scooter Tricks Abridged, the Friendship is Witchcraft, the totally legit recaps, the
but imagine if those were made by Hasbro.
Yes, exactly. So and
I'm
when you
trying to imagine if Totally Legit Recap was made by Hasbro.
Yeah.
Oh God, that'd
be a lot of new questions.
That would be a lot of new questions, but it wasn't really made by the same people. The voice actors are the same, and the producers, the toy company that commissioned the show was the same, but we've got different writers, we've got a different animation studio, we've got a new director, we got new people on the music, so it's definitely not at all the same as
but let's be honest that the people who are watching it, I doubt they did that much research and just went, oh, it's different, I don't like it because it's from the same people. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying I think the majority of people were just like, oh, it's a new pony show, oh, I hate it because it's from the same people who made the pony show I love and it's different. Well, but if it had been done by a fan artist, that they would have approached it in a much different view. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what I alluded to, like at the beginning of the podcast, where I said, yeah, it's kind of about your expectations going into it. If you're expecting Friendship is Magic with a cute art style, you are going to be mad.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that art style for a second, because I don't know about you, it creeps me the heck out. What do we think about the art style?
It's not terrible. I'm not gonna say like it's bad art, but it's definitely, different and cutesy.
The one thing that did kind of bother me is that the mares and the stallions use the same base model.
Yeah, I believe Ty and Dog got pointed that out too.
Yeah, that was the one thing that kind of bothered me there. It just, you see certain characters and it's kind of hard to tell until they talk, and with how cartoon voices can be, sometimes that doesn't even answer your question. So I don't know. I liked that they had the two different models in G4.
Yeah, there was a lot more clearly defined sexual dimorphism in Friendship is Magic in the art style, but this is gonna sound.
You're saying
ridiculous.
Pony Life is more progressive in their gender stereotypes?
You're saying that like it's a good thing.
No.
No, I need something to fire back with. What are you saying, Cruizer?
The art style, it's okay. It's something to really write home about. It does its job for the series that it is.
Okay,
that's how I just see the art style. It's nothing to write home about. It just does its job for the kind of show that this.
It just kind of fits.
Yeah. It's very cartoony, and this is a very cartoony version of Friendship is Magic.
Okay, yeah. I still prefer Friendship is Magic because it was cartoony, but at least it looked like it had some design go into it. I would have compared this to something I'd expect to see by someone who's goofing around on DeviantArt.
Yeah, and I mean, another thing that another pitfall from having everybody on the same model is that you don't have the flexibility with characters like, Big Mac, Mr. Cake, Sassy Saddles.
Well, the cakes are gone and buried. Pinky got rid of them so she could take over Sugar Cube.
I would totally buy that, especially with this version of Pinkie Pie. She probably hired Fluttershy to do it.
Want to get some cupcakes?
Fluttershy probably actually has a shed in this thing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
But yeah, like Princess Celestia is on the same model as everybody else. And I don't know, I think that takes a lot of recognizability and a lot of charm out of the character designs, because it's basically okay, we're going to take this puppet, we're going to paste it into Animate or whatever software we're using, and we're just going to put a new fresh coat of paint and
done.
And then they forget to turn off the wings layer for rarity.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That did happen. It was plain as day too. So what you're saying, Caps, is that Pony Life fails the silhouette test.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they should have made Celestia like a gigantic pony compared to everyone else.
No,
Yeah,
let's
like
talk about
Fluttershy's
gigantic pony. Exactly, DJ. Let's talk
Fluttershy.
about why the frick Fluttershy just shrinks and grows not randomly, depending on her mood. But
I have an answer.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. What's your answer?
I think it's actually one of the smartest things in the series, because in Friendship is Magic, Fluttershy has emotions, and they're mostly subdued because she's very shy. And I know while that does progress through the character arc, even at, near the end, she's still pretty shy, but she learns to assert herself. And it's a really good physical and visual representation of how she's feeling at the time. When she's feeling shy and cute and withdrawn, she shrinks. And when she's feeling aggressive and ready to break up the stairs, she grows. Like it's a corny visual representation, but it fits the show.
I think if it was a visual metaphor and nothing else, then that would be good. But it's actually something that is happening. It's
Yeah, because the characters are actually looking up at her when she grows and shrinks. And I was watching this, going, okay, wait a minute, are they actually seeing this? Because I'm trying to figure out this is really in character or not, or in story or not.
100%.
I'm of the belief that she had an encounter with a rogue potion in her youth in this universe. And I'm waiting for the backstory episode to be like, oh yeah, I'm horrifically disfigured by this. I drank the wrong potion on the wrong day, and now
It's called the Alice Eat Me, Drink Me.
Well, I wanted to bring it up because that's actually one of the things I like about the show is they've given each of the main 6 their own new quirk that I really like how they're able to bounce off each other with them. Like Pinky can explode now and reform herself.
Yeah, and the characters watch her do it too. That's the weird thing. They're not off screen; they're actually seeing her do this.
Mm-hmm. Twilight cracks into pieces. Applejack can break the 4th wall. Rarity
Vomits
has capsules,
gems.
I guess.
No, she vomits gems.
she vomits gems, and she can teleport the fainting couch in, which she does on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And Rainbow
No,
Dash is actually
she just has
modest.
capsules for them. Rainbow Dash can travel through time.
And she's modest now.
Modest-ish.
And Fluttershy shrinks and grows. They all have their own little abilities. It's kind of neat.
Now,
And they reference them.
I know that they said Rainbow Dash can control time, but I haven't actually seen her do it yet.
There is an episode where they do it.
Yeah.
She went to the future.
I haven't seen it yet, but it would make sense that she could go to the future. You know, if and the reason I say that is because of special relativity. But you know,
Well, technically, she went to the future not of her own power, but she got back through her own power.
oh then.
Oh yeah, that was the one that I fell asleep for. I remember. I'm not
Gosh,
even.
dang it, Brony.
I'm not even joking. I that was when I realized I needed to take a break and slam 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, in order to stay awake for the rest of the series. Yeah, because I remember something happened. She was helping with some baking or something, and then there was a party going on, and then I blinked. And when I opened my eyes again, 7 minutes had passed, and Tank had a beard, and she was like, "How do I get back to the past?" And then I blinked again, and the credits were running.
Yeah, the basic premise is she used a Twilight's replicator thing to help the party go off, created a monarch butterfly army that blotted out the sun and caused an apocalypse, and somehow propelled her forward through time. And then Tank's like, slow down and think, and then she went back in time. And that was the end, and it was really stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much the entire plot summary.
To be honest, the one thing I liked about that episode is that I always believed that Tank should have served as a good kitty. Stop it. My cat. Anyway, I always believed that Tank should have served as a great reminder to Rainbow that she needs to slow down, at least on occasion.
I think that was the implication when they gave him as a pet, but they never really explored that other than the quote-unquote death episode.
I have an ancient video about Tank's psychological impact on Rainbow Dash. I was proud of that one.
It was a halfway decent video. We should all go watch it. But
Later.
after this, after the stream.
Yeah, after this.
Okay.
We have to
Meta
watch
stream,
more
let's
Pony
do-
Life, Brony.
Yeah, God, the animation style drove me nuts. The voice acting drove me nuts. The characterization drove me nuts because it didn't even feel. Now this might be a subjective thing. In fact, it 95% likely is a very subjective thing. But I cannot stand things to be flanderized. I don't like caricatures. I want my characters to be believable and my situations to be believable, because there's even if you're trying to be funny, even if you're trying to be comedic, there's a lot of comedy that can be drawn out from that, and this was all just way too much of an acid trip. But I am so glad I was not like in a room filled with puppies whenever that background music started to play, because I'm pretty sure I would have started kicking stuff. That background music in this show just drills right through my skull. Did anybody else have that problem?
I did.
No, I like
Wow.
the music.
I didn't notice the music much.
I mean, it didn't make me want to kick puppies, I'll say that much. Although it wasn't great, but I didn't want to murder puppies over it.
Caps Lock and Scan, you got drowned out. What did you say, Caps?
I just said I didn't notice any problems with the background music.
Okay, Scan?
I didn't notice the music much, so it didn't stand out to me.
Maybe it just stood out to me because I was trying to look for something to enjoy. And so I noticed it a bit more than I might have noticed it otherwise. What were you saying, Cruizer?
Well, I was saying maybe the issue, Brony, here is you.
Very likely. I will fully acknowledge that possibility. I don't think it is, but I will acknowledge the possibility.
It's always you, Brony. Seriously, you need to remove the stick from your flank as soon as possible.
I absolutely refuse to do so.
He enjoys it being in there.
Heather enjoys it too much.
I'm not sure I like it. I'm not sure I like your implications, gentlemen.
Oh my!
All right. Do we have anything constructive to talk about?
I doubt it.
Actually, yes. This was brought up many times by Doc, and even I mentioned it a few times, and that's the fact that smart technology exists in this universe.
Yes, they have
I like
tablets.
the
They have
cloud joke.
phones.
I like the cloud joke.
Yes.
Cloud joke was good.
Yeah. What's everyone's thoughts on of having smart technology in this fantasy world?
Who cares?
It's a little off-putting at first, but you get it. Personally, I just got over it pretty quickly because I think what sold me on it was the Big Hoof episode when Twilight was on Maripedia and was literally believing everything on there. And like, that would be Twilight if it was in the internet.
Was it
Scary
Spooky
Ravioli?
Scary Ravioli.
That was fantastic. I love that joke.
Yeah, that one got me too.
Because it still seems like it's new to them in a way, so I think that's what makes it work.
And to be fair, they have tried to teach lessons about people who are followers of this technology. Like one of the sweetest episodes I saw was they were trying to go viral. AJ just wanted to go hang out. They had this big incident which would have went viral in an instant, and turns out Spike actually recorded it, but he deleted it at the last minute.
Who else but Spike? I'm glad to see he hasn't changed.
It went viral, and then their fame was gone the next day, and so they kept trying to recreate it.
No, I'm talking about the ending of that episode, not what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a I can give it that. That was a halfway decent way to portray what you should do there. Every other lesson they tried to give was just so simplistic and ham-fisted, especially on that comedic backdrop. It just came out of nowhere and didn't really work.
Yeah, that's one of the
kind of the biggest gripe that I had. It doesn't know what it wants to be. Like it's like, oh, we're gonna go, all in on the comedy. We're gonna go all in on the random factor. We're gonna go all in on, getting laughs out of people, and then they just smack a moral on the end because it's
because 11 minutes.
And it's trying to be something it's not by adding that aspect.
Yeah, and it's not consistent between episodes because some of them have really well-constructed morals for an 11-minute episode, and then, like you said, a lot of them are just ha-ha, comedy, moral.
Yeah, so as long as they don't, if they figure that out eventually, the show might get redeemed for me, where as long as they don't, take the last 2 minutes of the episode to just beat me over the head with a hammer,
don't murder your friends, kids.
Yeah, exactly. If they never take any time to explicitly state whatever it is they're trying to tell me, if they just take that 11 minutes and show me, then that'll be one more redeeming quality for the show. The things that I can definitely say I liked about the show was the part where the potion got spilled on the headband and they were just giving out harsh truths of life, and the episode with the abusive cat.
That I was actually about to say, did you like that episode? Because that's I think the most well constructed episode out of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit obnoxious, especially at the end where they had this cute off, and the cute off is not cute at all. It's just going to give me nightmares later tonight. So if they were going to be ham-fisted about anything, that's it right there. If you tell me it's cute, and then you show me that art style, I'm going to throw it right back in your face. Get this crap out of here. No, it's not cute. But
it's one of the few where they actually the moral was there for the whole episode.
Yeah, and that's something that you could actually take away from in real life, and maybe somebody is watching going, I relate to this and I probably shouldn't.
And like the other thing that I liked about the other episode that you brought up with the spilling the potion on the headband, I really liked how they did that, because like there was the moral there of like, don't worry about things that are out of your control and stuff like that. But instead of just, oh, it's funny, we're going to slap a moral on that and then call it a day, they actually utilized that. And like for the one scene that got like the biggest laugh out of me was where they were. Rarity was in the park with Fancy Pants, and she says, "Wait, I was so caught up in worrying that I completely didn't fail to realize I don't like you." And then I laughed.
You're a prick.
And I'm like, okay, so I like that they're contextualizing the moral in that episode and using it to, upplay the humor of what it's trying to be, instead of just humor, slap a moral on it, go on your way.
Mm.
Yeah, no, that was, I think, one of my favorite jokes of the entire series was literally this. She was so worried about impressing him, and she's like, wait, I don't like you at all. Like, you're just a jerk.
Yeah, wait a minute, you're a massive narcissist.
Yeah. And I
never
be the
come
only
in
narcissist
third.
here.
What'd you say, DJ?
I never come in third.
Oh, jeez. All right, what else do we got that we can talk about here? Let's talk about stuff we hated. So DJ, what drove you up a wall, if anything?
Honestly, not a lot. I'm pretty middling on a lot of the stuff you guys were bringing up that could be seen as bad, but I suppose kind of the later episodes where they're not even 11-minute episodes, they're 5 minutes. And a lot of the story just speeds on by even more so than normal.
Yeah, the videos, like the MP4 files themselves, are 11 minutes long, but you've got 30 seconds for opening theme, and then you've got another 30 to 60 seconds for end credits, and then it's split up into two parts, like a SpongeBob episode.
So even though we say 11 minutes an episode, it's technically 2 episodes in 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of them aren't two-part. A lot of them aren't two-parters like the beginning ones. So a lot of the stuff just kind of speeds along, and a lot of the endings are pretty abrupt. I don't know. I think if they maybe just drawn it out to all of them being 11 minutes, I'd enjoy it more, because then they have more time to mess with the story. But some ideas can only go for so long, so I get it in that point too.
Instead of condensing 11, or something that should have been 20 minutes into 3 minutes and having it still feel like an hour.
Well, it never felt that bad.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's a you problem.
It very likely
a lot of
is
these felt like they went by so fast.
Yeah, Cruizer, what do you think? Is something that drives you nuts about this show?
I'm sticking with what I said previously, and that's the whole thing with Fluttershy, because again, the characters are watching her grow and shrink, and it'd be one thing if the characters were not around when this happened. That way you can get the idea, like, okay, this is something that's really just for the audience. But when everyone, again, is watching her go through this transformation, it gets a little confusing. It's like, wait, is this meta or not? And that, is driving me a little crazy here.
Well, to be fair, they made it very clear it's not meta. It's real. It's happening.
Yep, just like when Pinky explodes.
Yeah, it's not a confusing thing. Like, she literally is growing and shrinking. They all can see it. It's not hidden.
And even the dolphin could see it.
And I just didn't really like it. And as far as technology goes, when it first started, the technology played a very small role. It came in, did its thing, and left. But its recent episodes I thought were a bit too focused on smart technology. Now, granted, like I said, it can be funny, especially with Meatball. If any of you guys saw that episode.
Oh my god, that was so dumb.
I think I missed that one.
The one where Rainbow Dash is there's one where Rainbow Dash is trying to make room for a new app on her phone, and they got this one app that all it does is go meatballs in a super deep voice, and in universe it's the funniest thing ever. It's like from RoboCop when everybody.
It's the funniest thing ever. What are you talking about?
It's like I'd buy that for $1 from RoboCop.
To be fair, it's a full-on soundboard. It's not just the one sound effect.
Yeah. Sadly, I haven't seen 7 of the episodes, so I don't know that one.
Okay.
So I would like them to kind of back off a little bit from the smart technology, like have it what you did previously, come in, do its thing, and then leave.
But what about the episode where they went viral? I mean, the smart technology was a critical point of that. We would not have been able to. That was one of the only good episodes the show has had, in my opinion, so far.
They taught a good lesson with it,
right? We wouldn't have been able to have that if it wasn't if they didn't do it like that.
If they're trying to make a moral lesson, that's one thing I can live with that. But
it was just random smartphone.
Yeah. If it's so random, then yeah, okay, find an excuse for it to be there and then leave.
I would have liked to have seen them integrate that with a joke about the roller coaster of friendship with the magic smartphone.
But Cruiser, I need to have my app that tracks how many times a day I say bazinga.
Awooga.
Yeah. Like that's any better. I'm sorry. Finish it up, Cruiser.
First of all, Brony says, "When was that an issue for you?"
That's the joke. Go ahead.
Exactly. But that's really it. I don't hate it, but I wish they would explain Fluttershy and then go back to the way they used to handle smart technology in this episode, in the show.
All right, Skan, something that drives you nuts about this show.
Discord needs to shut up.
How so?
I can't stand that voice on him.
Oh yeah, he's got Peter New giving us his
Discord impression.
It's Peter New as Dr. Hooves, and Dr. Hooves is giving a Discord impression. That's what it is.
I will say this, while the voice is not quite right, he really has the speech pattern 100% down. He's like the speech pattern, he has Discord's pattern down. The pauses and not necessarily the inflections because the accent's not there, but he's got that pausing pattern down.
I'm going to add this onto Skan's thing. I'm really mad that they reversed the Fluttercord shipping. Like, before they were being explicit about it, but it was like Discord almost pining after Fluttershy, and Fluttershy either just ignored or was completely oblivious to it, and it was very one-sided, and I liked that because screw Fluttercord. But now it's like Fluttershy just openly is going doe-eyed and has hearts floating around her whenever he's on the screen, and it's like, no!
But it's the best canon shipping.
No, she has to play hard to get, or it's never going to happen.
Oh my god.
Come on, Brony. We knew she wanted to marry Discord.
All right.
Even Angel knew that.
Angel is a prick.
Also, that's my least favorite character translation. Angel just doesn't look like Angel at all in any way, shape, or form.
Angel looks like a girl.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's perfect for him. It's torture.
Caps, what do you got for us?
The thing that probably frustrates me the most is some of the conflict patterns of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those where I feel like a lot in Friendship is Magic, there's some bad decisions being made, and then you see the consequences of those bad decisions, and over time you start to see a development of the conflict until it reaches its natural resolution. Whereas I feel like in a lot of the episodes of Pony Life, you just get conflict, more of the same conflict.
Then cupcakes.
Dang it, fixed. It's like, even for a 10-minute episode, it can make it feel like so much longer if for 7 of those episodes you're just repeatedly seeing the same things go wrong over and over again and wanting to bash your face into the desk.
And Invisibrony, what do you got?
It's not G4.
Yeah, that's roughly
the best criticism I can give it.
That's roughly.
You're right, it's better.
That's roughly my thing. And you know something, if it didn't have G4 characters, I might be able to let it go. All right, so we got 1 minute here before we need to get into the audience participation. So, rapid fire, what would you do to improve this show, Invisibrony?
Oh my god, you had to pick me first. Honestly, I don't think there's much you can do to improve it in terms of opinion based on, G4 versus this. They could definitely stop trying to pad so much into a 5-minute half episode and maybe just stretch it out a little bit over the 11-minute time period they have, even though it's a two-parter. Just pull things out a bit. Just stop trying to go through it so fast. But then again, that's the kind of show it is. So it's half
so
one.
We got a word for that. It's called a bad format. Caps, what do you got?
I just think they need to find an equilibrium between impact of the moral and the impact of the humor.
All right, Skan.
Just focus on the humor. Most people are only going to turn this on to laugh at it.
Okay, Cruiser.
The only thing I can really think of is this format between either having one 11-minute long episode or two 6-minute long episodes. Pick one.
All right, and DJ?
Yeah, mine's the episode format as well. Just pick one or the other and make sure you use your time wisely.
All right, and last question I want to ask us real quick. Are you going to recommend this show to your friends, and do you think it will get better as time goes by? DJ?
I don't think I could recommend it, but I think it will get better.
All right.
It's pretty decent as is.
Cruiser?
I would recommend to my friends, depending on the type of humor they like, and I really just see this as something to hold us over till G5.
Okay. Skan?
I wouldn't not recommend it, but it'll probably keep getting funnier as it goes, as they have more and more in-jokes they can do in this own little series.
Okay. Caps?
I would cautiously recommend it and advise people to keep an open mind as they start watching it.
All right, Invisibrony?
It's ponies. Watch it if you want to or don't. I don't care. It's all right.
I wouldn't recommend it. I would say save your brain cells, and I think it's going to suffer from seasonal rot. That's my prediction, but I could be wrong. Now let's answer some questions here. Royal Silver says, do you guys think Potion Nova is the best of Pony Life?
She's really the only new character, to be honest.
I haven't gotten that far in the series yet, so I'm going to remove myself from this particular discussion.
Okay.
I've only seen her first couple appearances, so I don't have an opinion just yet. I didn't get a chance to finish that arc.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think in terms of it looking at the show for new things and interesting things, she's the most interesting thing that's come out of it.
I could have swore she was an alicorn in her first appearance. Like I
thought it was
saw wings, but then she.
Yeah,
didn't.
I thought it was Flurry Heart for a minute.
She has had wings in several scenes. I don't think they could decide whether or not she was a unicorn or an alicorn.
Could be a
I think
rarity
Doc did an
type
episode
thing.
on that. Because there was that one scene where she was just floating when they went to the ocean.
Yeah.
These ponies have many layers. Some of them are wings.
Let's see here. Jazz Wolf Blaze says, I tried to watch Pony Life, but I couldn't continue. What did it for me was how they handled Fluttershy. I agree.
Thought she was fine.
Royal Silvers asks, do you think Pony Life would be better than the G5 idea, since G5 apparently won't have Twilight Sparkle in it, which is unfair? Loaded
G5 won't
question.
have any of
Shouldn't
them
have
in it.
Twilight.
What was that, DJ?
G5 won't have any of them in it. It's going to be a whole new cast.
Exactly.
That's
So-
unfair.
Well, I don't know. It all depends on how they handle G5, which, I don't have that kind of foresight.
We got to wait
Yeah,
till the movie.
if you look at G4, like no one was expecting G4 to be so great, so maybe G5 will surprise us again.
Well, the creators were expecting G4 to be good. They just weren't expecting it to get the fan following that it did, because they did this wonderful little thing that somehow nobody else thought of, which was put actual effort into their writing and voice acting.
Yeah.
Well, that's rare in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's rare. Is it rare in Canada too? Invisibrony, you got any insight on that?
Well, this is where it was born. I live in the city where it was animated and voiced. So I mean, I got to give some props to my town.
Yeah, good
Okay,
stuff.
we have one person here ask us a question, and I feel like we should answer it. And
Is this the boy band?
Yes, it is.
I was gonna say that.
That was next on my list too. So Paladin Pony T, are you guys going to form a boy band? Let's answer that question first.
I think we can all answer it in 3, 2, 1.
No.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely not.
Actually, I can answer it better. Bye 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 bye.
Oh no, Invisibrony is having internet connection issues.
Tell me why.
So what would for those that answered yes, what would our boy band name be?
The Hoofstep Boys.
Oh my god. Call ourselves the Fetlocks? Oh wait, no, only me and Brony have them.
We're gonna be Brawny and the Quicker Picker Uppers.
Wait.
The
Do
blazing
you realize
blazer.
the irony of that statement?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
Okay.
It's a real bounty. Oh Christ.
Where?
All right. Let's see here. Begorna says Pony Life is newborn cuties, but translated for 2020. Now, Cruiser, you've reacted to newborn cuties stuff. I'm pretty sure at least once.
Recently, yes.
Yeah, on Mystery Brony Theater. So, how do you feel about that statement?
Wrong!
Yeah, how so?
Newborn Cuties was insufferable. They did next to nothing. This at least takes some creativity.
Yeah, at least the lips actually move.
And they're not just staring off watching someone go apeshit off the wall.
Never forget those faces.
Yeah, has anybody else here seen newborn cuties?
No, I don't think I want to.
I think I've seen a reaction or two to it, but
Yeah,
I haven't
same.
sat down and watched the actual thing, and I have no plans to.
All I know about newborn cuties is that the Bronies React crew did a video on one of them. It was one of their Halloween videos, and AC Race Best literally went insane trying to watch it. He just started laughing and lost complete control of all mental facilities.
Honestly, I can tell you how bad Newborn Cuties is easily.
Yeah, tell us.
Brawny could make an episode and it would be better.
Ouch. for both of them, ouch.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a
I've
double insult.
never done lip flaps before, but you are right. My animation is literally better.
There's no lip flaps in Newborn Cuties.
Exactly.
Right. Hush, little stallion, don't say a word.
Oh no, Cruiser is having internet connection issues.
Tell a Cruiser and you
I
won't
think you're breaking up.
answer.
Yeah.
Oh, they've suddenly disconnected for some reason.
Trent Girone says, so Celestia should be this show's equivalent of the Diamonds. Cruiser, he directed that question at you. What do you think
Yeah,
of that?
we
I
actually
think-
talked about
Yeah, I think-
that in the chat. Basically, it's a Steven Universe thing, and I don't know who the diamonds are in Steven Universe. So
Oh.
I think he was actually referring to my comment about Celestia being a lot bigger than the other ponies because the diamonds are a lot bigger than all the other gems.
Oh,
Like they're
okay.
giants. Yeah, I was saying Celestia should be a giant compared to all the little cutesy ponies because she's ruler of the land, and that's what the diamonds were.
Ah,
I think Celestia should be bigger than all of the other ponies. Like they literally took her character model and then just took the little handle in the corner and dragged it out, and maybe it didn't even maintain the regular the aspect ratio. Not even with vectors either. Go ahead and have all of that delicious
Pixelation.
Photoshop
pixelation.
artifacting.
Oh yeah, you gotta have all that artifacting, and you just gotta click and drag it out, and maybe she'll be a little wider than she is tall, and mwah.
No,
all that
let's
cake.
make it even better. Is that what you just described there? We put keyframes on that. It goes up and down, and that counts as her lip flaps. Like she's just normal size. She's just normal sized until she starts talking, and then depending on her volume, she just up and down with her size. Just
Oh, so she's super tweening.
Isn't this just Fluttershy's shtick in the show?
Well, no, with Fluttershy, it's connected to her emotions. I'm saying with Celestia, just have whenever she's talking, it counts as her lip flaps.
They should actually make her lip flaps in ellipse that, like, the animator in real time clicks on the handle and drags it up and down to make the ellipse, like, wider and thinner.
No, the lips should be they should be Jim Miller's actual lips that they videotape delivering the lines and match it up with Nicole Oliver. And line it up with Nicole Oliver and just Photoshop it in.
I actually want to bring one thing up before this ends, and that is I remember seeing a tweet from our very own Dusty Katz, and he believes that Pony Life is basically how Pinkie Pie sees everything.
Oh god, this is when Pinkie got the chaos powers.
That actually makes sense, and I'm mad about that.
This is the alternate universe she created where Twilight started living in a decrepit old castle outside of town.
And Sunset Shimmer's like, that makes so much sense.
Exactly. I think Dusty has a point.
It's the best AU ever.
All right.
AU?
Alternate universe.
Okay, gotcha.
Bigorna says, I feel like they're trying to have both a kid's show and a la TTG. I'm not sure what that stands for.
Teen Titans Go.
Oh, okay, yeah. And something that panders to bronies and other adults, but it's failing because there's no consistency. Listen, I guess there's a couple of people in here that enjoy it, but like this is the type of thing I would expect like my 4-year-old nephew to turn on and find funny. I don't know. I don't vibe with it.
To be fair, G4 should have been something my 4-year-old niece turned on to vibe with and find funny.
Well, in my case, I like Johnny Test, so this is pretty much up my alley.
What?
I like Johnny Test. Johnny Test is funny.
Oh no, DJ's having internet connection issues.
Can next week's episode of the Brony Debates live just be the roast of DJ Skywalker?
Y'all ain't got nothing on me.
There's no debate, though.
I never understood why people hated Johnny Test so much. I never got it.
Oh,
They got upset with the track.
The roast of a Skywalker, didn't they do that at the end of Return of the Jedi?
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I went there. Last question. Trent Girone says, but you like this theme though, right? And he might be referring to how I cannot freaking stand the opening song of Friendship is Magic. And no, the music in this iteration makes me want to kick things.
How dare you, sir? That opening song is amazing, and I listened to it on loop.
I really do not like how they reduce the elements of harmony, which are great.
Posh, muscle,
yeah,
cute. I can't remember what they were.
Great virtues to live by, and with an amazing metaphor of when you combine the 5, you get friendship, right? And they reduced
that's
it
not
to
this show, Brony.
They reduced it to fast, fun, cute, posh, magic, whatever the frick, pony life.
You're allowed to enjoy the simple things, Brony.
I don't enjoy the simple things though.
That's why we're friends with you, Cruiser.
Oh.
Everyone should be friends with me.
And he didn't get it. But
Hey,
there's no surprise there.
Right, I did.
Everyone's friend.
All right, so let's give some final thoughts on this one. I'm going to start with Skan because I know he's got to leave us shortly. Skan, you got any final closing thoughts for us?
It's a okay comedy show.
All right, DJ, what do you think?
Honestly, I liked it. I had fun with the show. It's not something I would religiously try to watch, but it's not awful. I like it. It's just a fine animated cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Cruiser.
It's harmless. That's what I can say about it. It's harmless. You will, if you go into it knowing that it's just, a spoof of the original, you'll get some laughs. And I still believe it's just something that ties us over until G5.
All right, Caps.
It's rough around the edges. It's still trying to find its exact niche, but it's enjoyable in the meantime, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes.
All right, and Invisibrony.
Yeah, pretty much my take on it. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's something to watch. That's about as best. That's the best compliment I can give it. It's something to watch.
All right.
Okay, but
Yeah,
hold
go,
on.
take it away, Cruiser. I see it too.
Yeah, just this person here, Badre Bally. Let's just see how he wanted his comments answered. Let's just do this for him. He says it's basically a trend by Western studios to try to copy the SD genre of a popular franchise in Japan, like the iconic SD Gundam OVAs. There's also the 90s Godzilla, SD Godzilla educational anime for children.
Yeah, but nobody liked those either.
Hasbro
For those who don't know, SD does stand for Super Deformed.
Yeah, or Chibi.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm glad we at least got to Badre Bailey there.
Yep. All right.
And I have one last comment.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Don't buy the toys; they ugly AF.
Yeah. so's the art style. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming out. Thank you, Invisibrony, Caps Lock, Skan, Cruiser, DJ for being on the show with me tonight. I had a ton of fun. It was a great show.
And of course, thanks to all your Patreon people.
Yep, of course. I mean, I didn't forget I was going to do that next. One of them is, especially on the $10 and up tier, one of them is DJ Skywalker here, and the rest are Princess Heather Blossom, Shady Oak Ministry, Sid McConroy, Autoknight, Emerald Spencer, Sodden, Girder, Senko, Jennan, Kellogg, Kyle Christensen, Stephen A. Wilson, Rein-Kun, Princess Sunshine Sparkle, Bootleg Bar, the Silly Fox Zoroark 720, the Question City Heroverse series, and I think I'm just shy of my speed record there. If you want to get on the show, I would love to have you. We just need you on the Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where you can join the show if you should so desire. If you're interested in a topic, you can suggest topics you'd like us to talk about on my Twitter, on my Tumblr, or by email. All of that's in the description. Be sure to check out all of my patrons' links in the description and thank them for their support. They also make some pretty cool stuff too. So do all these guys on the panel here with me. They all make really good stuff, so check them out too. And yeah, try not to lose too many brain cells watching Pony Life. Let's all instead go outside and get some exercise. Have a good night, everybody. Let's say good night.
It's Pony Life.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
See you next time.